And back to the earlier story, President Muhammadu Buhari has encouraged the incoming administration to continue to respect workers' rights imbued with socio-economic development and driven by the four pillars of the decent work agent as witnessed in this current administration. This year's May Day celebration will be the last to be held under the Buhari-led administration. Correspondent Nabuchi Nabuchi sent in this report.
Celebration held at the Eagle Square, Abuja on Monday. The president, who was represented by the secretary to the government of Federation, Boss Mustafa, stated that workers' rights will socio-economic justice make a happy workplace, noting that the administration within the last 8 years has implemented initiatives and programs targeted at creating opportunities for all Nigerians to aid their progress and development.
As a government, preserved work rights for the workers and following that enthroned socio-economic justice as exemplified in the following. 1. Collective bargaining for a minimum wage as we did in 2019. 2. We presented bills to the National Assembly which will pass at the Federal Executive Council, which will be sent to the National Assembly for consideration.
Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, while giving his address, restated the commitment of the Ministry of Labour to provide secure working environment for workers through institutionalization suitable minimum wage for the workers.
Social dialogue is an elixir that will engender industrial peace, engender mutual trust, and strengthen and consolidate the unity needed to build a prosperous and egalitarian nation of our dream.
In their addresses, the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC), Joe Ajaero and Festus Osifo, says that workers' welfare is central to the achievement of socio-economic justice, which they say is key to national and global sustainability. They added poor wages, increased decent work deficit, abuse of workplace rights and privileges, unpaid salaries, and violation of rules of engagement, and a review of civil servant retirement age from 60 to 65 as some of the issues that must be addressed by the government.
That it is unfortunately the character of leadership that determines the fulfillment of socio-economic justice. It is therefore our responsibility to ensure that the right characters assess leadership position as to guarantee and protect the rights of workers as an adjunct to socio-economic justice. Poor wages exclude. Increased decent work deficit alienates.
Review in the civil service. It is necessary to recall that we have continued over the years to demand that the salary of core civil servants should be beefed up to narrow the gap between the emolument of civil servants and those of the employees in other segments of public service. They all possess the same educational qualification and cognate experience on the job. So why the disparity?
Lending their voices, Nigerian workers lamented the unfair labor practices like casualization, non-payment of minimum wage by some state government and private companies, urging the incoming government to address the worsening poverty, insecurity, unemployment, inflation, high cost of living, and frustration in the nation.
Even our salary cannot take us anywhere. But if you keep increasing salary, other things will be increasing. But there are other activities you can meet that can make life, better for civil servants. Take, for instance, you can create special market for them, come up with co-op houses where they can, as civil servants, buy commodity directly at direct price of wholesales and all that.
Because I believe this government has done its own best. So I want to also believe that the incoming government should form a synergy, with the workers, because without the workers, no government can achieve anything in Nigeria. So harmonious relationship is very, very important
when it comes to having a good working environment for workers, because working with workers, so most times when you have a lot of issues in the economy is because of the poor relationship between workers and the government.